A Scot and an Irishman walked into a pub. The Scot said, "All drinks are on me." News headline the next morning, Irish ventriloquist found beaten to death behind pub. Saved her contact as heaven on earth. Realized it was too long so I abbreviated it. A woman is deciding between three suitors which one to be with. She says to the three men, "We are still young and inexperienced, go out there and travel around the world. We'll see when you come back." So the first guy goes to Europe and tours the different countries there. The second guy goes to Europe, then Asia, then Africa, then Australia, and basically goes everywhere. The third guy doesn't go anywhere. 6 months later they all meet up and the first guy says, "I went to all the countries in Europe and have become more cultured after visiting all their historic sites." The second guy says, "I went to Europe and became more cultured, Asia and learned martial arts, Africa and fed starving children, and Australia and fought a stingray, and survived. It cost me $400,000 but it was well worth it and is only a drop in the bucket to me." The third guy, who didn't go anywhere, walks around the woman once, stops in front of her and takes hold of the woman's hands. "You've just traveled around the whole world, because you are my whole world." Upon hearing this, the woman became emotional and with tears of happiness running down her face, she says, "That is by far the sweetest thing I've ever heard in my entire life." After this man spoke such sweet words, she was finally ready to make the obvious choice. She then chose the second guy, the one with the most money. We're in trouble. The population of this country is 327 million. 76 million are retired. That leaves 251 million to do the work. There are 48 million people who are permanently disabled, which leaves 203 million to do the work. There are 74 million children younger than 6, which leaves 129 million to do the work. There are 95,2 million children and young adults in school, which leaves 33,8 million to do the work. At any given time, there are roughly 4 million people on vacation, which leaves 29,8 million to do the work of this. There are 15 million employed by the federal government, not including the military, leaving 14,8 million to do the work. 2,8 million are in the armed forces preoccupied with North Korea and the Middle East, which leaves 12 million to do the work. Take from that total the 10,8 million people who work for state and city governments, and that leaves 1,2 million to do the work. At any given time there are 188,000 people in the hospitals, leaving 1,012,000 to do the work. Now, there are 1,011,998 people in prisons. That leaves just 2 people to do the work, you and me. And there you are, sitting on your ass, at your computer, reading jokes. Nice, real nice. A blonde arrives at work crying out loud. The boss asks worried what happened to her, to which she answers, "I got a call this morning and found out my mother was dead." The boss comforts her, "Why don't you go home today to rest? We don't have too much work to do anyway." The blonde refuses, saying that she better work to forget about the trouble. 5 minutes later the boss finds the blonde crying even louder. "What else happened?" he asks her, to which she responds, "My sister just called and told me her mother died too." Please smash the like button, and subscribe to my channel.